guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we're going to be going over a game I have been waiting for to come out on the Pico 4. I never knew if it would, but I prayed and prayed and prayed that it would, and I was just about to buy this on Steam VR. And then I woke up and I went on the Pico and I saw that Max Mustard is finally on the Pico 4. And just, Pico 4 Ultra, Pico Neo 3, Pico headsets in general is what I'm trying to say. Now, if you're wondering why I was so excited for this game, if you've ever heard of a game called Astro Bot, and if you're any familiar with the Sony PlayStation or ever had like a PSVR 1 or anything like that, I'm sure you are. And they actually just re-released Astro Bot now in a new game, but in flat screen. It got a little bit of flack from the VR community. Now, what these devs have done is they basically have remade Astro Bot. Think of it like a spiritual successor to Astro Bot, but with a new character, obviously, Max Mustard, and it's that very same style, or very similar style, of platformer gameplay with all this cinematic, crazy stuff going on. And I really liked Astro Bot, right? It was really something special. But if I'm being honest, I might even like this a little bit more than Astro Bot, which is just one of the craziest things I think I'll ever say. I don't think I'd ever play a platformer that beat Astro Bot for me. And in fact, I haven't really played many VR platformers because of that, because I look at them and I don't think they look as good as Astro Bot. And I'm like, I want to play a inferior game. But anyways, we have finally made it into our first level, as you guys can see. And Max, I like the character design. I love the rocket boots. This game, it gives me a lot of memories of not only Astro Bot, but Super Mario Galaxy. And some of the worlds they had there. Like, they had a bee world in that, where you have to go and fight these bee people and help, like, the bee queen in it. In the first and second game, they have those bee people. Super Mario Galaxy, just so you guys know what I'm talking about. And that's what this world right here reminds me a lot of. It reminded me a lot of that world in, like, the opening scene. You have to climb up their tree and get to their nest in Super Mario Galaxy. And this level right here reminds me a lot of that, just the style and stuff. But anyways, it gives me a lot of similarities to that. But what you might also see from all the collectibles and box breaking and spinning kicks and all that, this also reminds me a lot of Crash, or a little blast from the past on King of the Kangaroo. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but yeah, basically, it's a really, really incredible platformer. I mean, the graphics are great on the Pico. On every platform I've seen this game running on, they're incredible. But it plays like, if I'm being honest, guys, this might be my new favorite platform just in general. And before then, I would say it probably belonged to Donkey Kong. But like, this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. Look at how interactive this is. And, you look down at Max, and you have her looking at you. She looks up at you, and she's, like, blown away. I mean, it's just the coolest thing. And, like, this whole world it immerses you in. I've never played any platformer like this. I mean, you guys just saw that? Like, look, she waved at me, Like, how many games have you guys played like that? With that much immersion, with that much level to detail? And that's what I'm saying. If this game, you can just tell it was in the oven for a while. You can tell this had a lot of love and hard work put into it. They didn't just pop something out. They wanted to make the next Astro Bot, and in my opinion, they succeeded. But this is some stuff to suspect of this Pico 4 version right here. First off, as you can see, very good graphically. I think this will run you around $20, which is not bad at all for a game of this caliber. Honestly, this is one of the only VR games I would have been willing to pay like $50 for, because it feels just like Crash or something, like this. And those games are like $50, so I don't see any difference for this. And in my opinion, this is even better than something like Crash. And it's running on less capable hardware, so I'm basically just saying I think it's well worth the price. I think it's a very, very good price for this game. So, price-wise, pretty good. Like I said, performance, incredible. Now, going on to this video in general, you guys have already probably noticed, this gameplay video, I'm talking in it. And in most of my gameplay videos, I only ever talk in my playthroughs, and I keep the gameplay one silent. But I had a video a couple days ago, my last video, which was my Pico motion tracker gameplay video. And it was my first gameplay video to feature my microphone. And I showed off a couple games using the Pico motion trackers, and because the Pico motion trackers weren't capable of recording mic audio while using them for certain games with the motion trackers, so this is too much processing power for my headset to handle, I ended up having to do a voiceover. And that's what I'm here doing now. That video was pretty well received, and I enjoyed making it a lot, and I just noticed some benefits to using a voiceover and not like talking in the game. Because normally it's all recorded live, you know? And then it's just posted straight on YouTube. But this video and my last video, we recorded them, you know, I edited them, and then I made a voiceover for them too. And my plan, as long as it still sounds good to you guys, we're going to test it out for the next couple of videos, is from now on, all of my videos will have talking in them. And I know that's kind of a big change, especially because this channel started out with not having much talking in it, because I want to make this a place where anybody, anywhere can watch this. You know, the Pico 4, that's one of my favorite things I love about it, and Pico in general. They might not be available in the United States, which if you're not aware is where I'm from, but they're available almost everywhere in the world. And so it makes it this incredible community of people, you know, people from Indonesia, people from China, people from India, just everywhere, all over, Brazil, you know, like, it's just this incredible community. And when I went on my quest, it was just always people in America. And that's one thing that I really love about the Pico. Like I said, it's one of the things I feel like gives the Pico character and makes it special. And I don't want to take away from that when I make these videos. So we're going to try it out. We're going to see how it feels. And, you know, if you guys are watching it and it does bring down the performance of the videos for you guys out there in like Indonesia or Brazil or something, and you're checking out the video and it makes it kind of hard to watch because you got this guy jibber jabbering on and you don't know what he's talking about the whole time, let me know. Just let me know, and like I said, I will figure something out. But I just thought we would try this out because my last video was pretty well received. And my playthrough videos are also pretty well received each time I release one. And those videos are used to be my only talking videos. I would record it live in a game and then post that. Almost like I was live streaming, like a pre-recorded live stream. And now all my videos will have talking like that. But these ones, my playthrough videos will still be like a pre-recorded live stream, while these videos will be, they'll have more like editing, like I said, like a voiceover like this, more done with them. But yeah, sorry for rambling on about that. Just want to make sure you guys are all updated, all in the know about the channel. So one thing I really, really like about this game is the little details, and we already talked about that. Her waving back at you, like all these things, the effects they add on screen and all that. But the other things you might notice, and this is something that I've seen that's sorely lacking from a lot of new release VR games, but was always very prominent in early VR games, and that's like you just saw how I just ate that piece of toast, or this right here, like this level right here, where you have another level and you're shooting a gun and stuff like that, a plunger gun. This type of stuff is sorely lacking out of almost all the new VR releases I've had come out. They're great games, they have all this cool stuff, but they don't have much VR interactability. And that's one thing I think that makes VR games great, even though it seems small. In my opinion, it's very important. And what I mean by that is like in Ghost of Tabor, when you're waiting to load into a game, you can draw, or you can play with your cat, or you can knock cans down. And that's what I'm saying. And when you're playing on a flat screen, there's not really much you can do like that. You can go on the firing range, but in VR, there's so much more you can do because you're having your whole character interact around. And I just don't see many games coming out that have a lot of interactability like that. It's kind of like the devs forget that they have all this stuff you can do with VR. Like, they're only using half of VR. You know what I'm saying? They're not pushing it to their full potential. But these devs have not only done that in the gameplay, but like I said, all those little things are there. You can pick up the wrench off the wall, You're sitting in this super, super cool van with your map, and you can eat your toast, which these guys are... Toast Interactive is their developer name, so it's kind of a little, like, Easter egg type thing there for you. But, yeah, it's brilliant. It really is brilliant, and I was a little bit, like I said, when I first saw gameplay for it, I was really excited. But I won't lie to you guys, like, I didn't think there was really any chance they could get even close to what Astro Bot did. I don't think any game will ever be able to get that close, but I must say, like I said earlier, I like this more than Astro Bot now, which is just blown me away. I've been saying that so frequently recently with a lot of games. You know, like I've had a lot of games that have been trying to do things games have already done before and promising to deliver it, if not better. And I have been, honestly, most of the time, like I said, I'm just disappointed when it comes to stuff like that. And it's just a lot of people kind of talking out of their ass. But as of recently, I have been very pleasantly surprised with a lot of games. And like I said, I might not have been too surprised about this one. I knew I was going to love this game. It's been out for a while. I heard the reviews. I heard people saying it's amazing, people calling it their favorite VR game ever. And I was like, I need to try this out. So I wasn't surprised. I had a feeling I was going to like this. I just was surprised that I liked it more than Astro Bot, is what I'm trying to say. Astro Bot is one of the first VR games I ever played before I even really knew what VR was. I've never really been much of a PlayStation kid, but my friend had a PlayStation. And he had a PlayStation VR headset. And that was my first ever VR experience. Honestly, one of my first gaming experiences was playing on his PlayStation. And my first VR game I ever played, the first one, I won't ever forget it, when he first got his PSVR 1, and he had me come over to try it out with him for the very first time. Like, us both trying it out. And he set up Astro Bot. And that was his first game, and it was incredible. Like, it made me always, ever since that day, I started watching VR YouTubers like Mully or Rekid, like these like funny VR YouTubers, and I just completely changed how I looked at gaming in general. You know, it made me always want a VR headset, but I looked at it like something I'd never be able to afford or use. So this game, it's like a blast from the past. You know, it brings me back to those days of being a kid, where VR felt like it was out of reach. You know, like, I'll never have this till like maybe 20, 30 years from now. And now, it's not been that long, you know? It hasn't been 20, 30 years. It's been like 7 years, maybe 8 years at max, 9 maybe, I don't know. I don't know how old I was at the time. But hasn't been that long, and we're here, you know? I'm playing a game I never thought I'd say this, that I like more on a new headset, and it's just, I'm really happy with where VR is now, and I think this is a testament to that, to show this game is like, it's like a love letter to VR fans and developers in general, just to show how far this platform has come. And with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some Max Mustard. Maybe I convinced you to come check this out for yourself. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great night.